It is now being recorded. Okay, so the video of the lesson is being recorded, so we can actually start now. Okay, all right. So today we are starting Unit 3. We talk about problem, process, and solution of the writing. Okay, because in your research writing, in your research project, you need to be able to be very good at writing, and you need to actually to be able to talk about the problem of the writing, the process of the writing, and also to actually provide a solution. Okay, so please look at it, everyone. So we look at introduction. As we have seen, everyone, general to specific passages tend to be descriptive and expository. Expository means explaining, okay? Explaining. So the general to specific, the specific to general is a bit, it's actually mostly you describe and you explain. But in contrast, problem solution texts tend to be more argumentative and evaluative. So now we talk about the problem and solution. So it's you need to actually have a lot of arguments, and then you need to actually evaluate in the end. Okay, evaluate. All right. So yeah, this is the structure. This is the structure of problem solution text. So first we talk about situation, and then we talk about the problem. We talk about the solution, and then we actually evaluate. We talk about the evaluation. Okay. All right. So this is the structure: situation, problem, solution, and evaluation. Okay, right. Can you now please look at this example? Yeah, this is the example of the problem solution text. Okay, look at the structure. So the title is The Role of English in Research and Scholarship. Please look at it, everyone. I read for you. Okay, so the problem of accurately assessing the role of English in contemporary research has been suggested as residing in the pro Western and pro Anglophone bias in major databases, such as the Web of Science. Yeah, so this is, they talk about the situation, everyone, the situation, okay? Yeah, this is the situation. Thus, yeah, number two, thus, to more accurately determine the predominance of English as the language of research and scholarship, studies have examined published articles describing small scale empirical research papers. Yeah, so they are addressing the problem. Number three, this clearly this early examination of small studies suggested that the role of English was exaggerated. Yeah, so the problem, they conducted that a more accurate percentage for English as the language of publication would be around 50% rather than 80%. Okay, these studies, however, fail to recognize that over the last 30 years, many leading European and journals have switched from publishing in German, French, Dutch, Swedish, Japanese, etc., to new editorial policies that increasingly require submissions written in English. Okay, all right. So these are all about the problem. Okay, let's continue. So they actually talk about the problem. Number six, as long as in 1978, Lippert listed 33 German journals from the health and life science, which by 1977 had changed their titles and editorial policies from German to English. Number seven, more recently, comparable accounts have been produced for German chemistry, okay, yeah, Swedish medical research, and French geology. Everyone from number seven, everyone from number six, number seven, this is the solution, okay? Number eight, this new data together with studies showing the increasing aggregation of doctoral dissertations in many countries now suggests that figure of 80% or higher may be more accurate than previously believed. Okay. Number nine, even so, there is also evidence that the dominance of English may be causing concentration easily in situations where local concerns and interests encourage publication in local languages. Okay, so number nine. Okay, from number nine, we see evaluation. Ray Roca, number 10. Ray Roca and Martin Sefford, 1999, for example, has shown this to be the case for earth scientists in Spain. 11, everyone. Clearly, further research is necessary to fulfill, understand the dominance of English in academia. Okay, so you can see that from number 9, number 10, and 11, this is the evaluation. And they actually talk about what they are going to do more. Okay, all right. So let's continue. So this is the structure. This is the structure of the problem solution. So you have situation, you have problem, you have solution, and then you have evaluation. Okay, this is the structure. Okay, so can you now look at the procedures and process? The text on the role of English is a typical research question, example of a problem solution text. In essence, in essence mean importantly, okay, or basically, it uses the problem solution structure to review the current state of knowledge. This review approach allows the author to raise a question about the current state of knowledge and to offer a possible or partial answer. However, some classic problem solution texts are more technical in nature and may describe procedures and processes. So basically, it's about the problem solution structures. So it's actually have the four criteria at the moment that we talk about. It actually has the situation, problem, solution, and then evaluation. Okay. However, we will talk about the process. Okay, the process. Okay, look at here. So can you now look at language focus? Yeah, mid position adverbs. Okay, look at here. So in this section on style in unit one, we noted that adverbs tend to occur or near the adverb or near the verb in formal academic writing. And in this language focus, we develop the point further. Please look at it. Yeah, look at it. So look at the example. Scientific writing involves the considerable consideration of numerous factors while building up an argument that would convince readers and possibly enable them to arrive at a decision. Okay, possibly enable everyone, possibly enable. So here you put possibly as the adverb, okay, before the enable, okay, before the enable. Yeah, this is this is you call the mid position. Okay, mid position. Okay, you might wonder why it matters where the adverb is placed. After all, you could following the rules of grammar, place possibly at the beginning or the end of the main clause. So now you can put possibly at the beginning or at the end of the main clause. Look at here. Yeah, you can look at it. Possibly scientific writing, possibly scientific writings, yeah, involve the consideration of numerous factors while building up an argument that would convince reader and enable them to arrive at a decision. Yeah. So now you put possibly here, okay? Or look at it, possibly at the end. Scientific writing involves the consideration of numerous factors while building up an argument that would convince readers to enable them to arrive at a decision possibly. Yeah, possibly at the end. So the above example possibly at the beginning, but for this example, below example possibly is actually at the end, okay, of the clause. Okay, all right. So this is the position of the adverb. Okay, you can actually put it at the beginning or at the end of the clause over here. All right. Okay, let's continue now. We continue to look at language focus in clause to indicate cause and effect. Okay, so in order to help your reader understand a problem and or a solution, you may need to use expression to highlight causes and effect. For example, the well-known relationship between supply and demand. Okay, in the field of economics can be conveyed as a cause and effect statement. Such statement can make many forms. Here are a few. Can you now look at here? Yeah, look at this. Okay, look at this. An increase in demand causes a rise in prices. Okay, yeah. The tsunami was triggered by a very powerful earthquake. Okay, researchers worldwide are increasingly pressured to publish in English language journals, thus leading to a decline in publication written in languages other than English. Okay, so if you look at it one by one, everyone, can you look at the first one? An increase in demand causes a rise in prices. Which one is cause? The cause is an increase in demand. And uh, okay, what about the effect? The effect is the rise in prices. Okay, yeah. So this is the cause and effect. Okay, all right. And you can see that the cause is the tsunami, and the effect. Okay, sorry. The the cause is a very powerful earthquake, very powerful earthquake, and the effect is the tsunami. Because of the powerful earthquake, it actually created the tsunami. Okay, yeah, this one. And then one more. Okay, look at here. Researchers worldwide are increasingly pressure to publish in English language journals, thus leading to a decline. So thus leading to a decline. This is the effect. Okay, this is the effect. And researchers worldwide are increasingly pressure to publish in English language. This is the cause. Okay, the cause. All right. So some language, okay, some language which you actually use, it actually makes the cause and effect itself in there. So the cause means why people do something, and the effect. This is the result of what people doing. Okay. All right. Okay. I think you get this one. Okay, everyone. Okay. 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 Right. If you cannot follow, stop me, okay? Right. Let's continue. So look at it. The last sentence contains a does plus in clause of result. Such clauses of result can be particularly useful as alternatives to traditional logic connectors like therefore and as a result. Compare sentences in each set. Okay. All right. So can you now please look at here, okay? Please look at here. Yeah. The magma flows into the pores of the rocks. As a result, the rock rupture. So as a result, it show you the effect. And before that, it is the cause, okay? Or the magma flows into the pores of the rocks, comma, thus causing them to rupture. Okay. Can you now look at the difference? So you use comma and then thus verb ing. But if you say over there as a result, comma, the rocks rupture. So subject verb, okay? All right. B, the current is sent through the material. As a result, the electrons are polarized. Okay. So here you use full stop before as a result. So as a result, begin with the capital letter. One more. A current is sent through the material, comma, thus, yeah, thus, polarizing the electrons. Okay. So comma, thus, and then verb ing. Okay. Yeah. Comma, thus, verb ing. This is the different structures. All right. Okay. I hope it's okay for you guys for this one. Now let's move on to this one. Okay, let's move on. Language focus. Okay, clause to indicate in clause to indicate cause and effect. Note that thus is optional in ing clauses of result, and that sometimes writers may use a preliminary subordinate clause to set the scene for the process. Okay, yeah, look at it. When the ABS controller senses that a wheel is about to lock up, comma, it automatically changes the pressure in the brake lines of the car. As a result, comma, maximum brake performance is achieved. Yeah, okay. One more, everyone. Look at here. When the ABS controller senses that a wheel is about to lock up, comma, it automatically changes the pressure in the car's brakes lines to prevent the lockup, thus or resulting in maximum brake performance. Okay, so comma, thus or no thus, resulting in, yeah, verb ing. This is in clause that indicate the effect. This is the effect. Okay, all right. Okay, so please pay attention to the structures. It actually helps you to be able to write better with different structures. Okay. Okay. Please look at here. Optional subordinate clause. When the ABS controller senses that a wheel is about to lock up, yeah. Main clause. It automatically changes the pressure in the brake lines of the car to prevent the lockup. And then in clause, everyone, in clause resulting in a maximum brake performance. Yeah, comma, and then you have in clause. So after comma, you can actually use verb ing. This is you call in clause. Okay, in clause, resulting in maximum brake performance. All right. Okay. So this is the clause analysis. Okay, especially in the sentence analysis, which we actually look at the complex sentence, for example, we have a lot of the structures. Okay, all right. So let's continue, everyone. Yeah. So this structure is particularly useful in problem solution text because it can be used to express the next step in the process, a resulting problem or resulting solution. Here is a simple example. Process. Price rises, comma, thus leading to a drop in demand. Yeah. So yeah, price rises, this is the cost, thus leading to a drop in demand, this is the effect. But this is the process. Okay, this is the process. Yeah. So this is the process, but it's about the cause and effect. One more. Price rises, comma, thus increasing the chance of hyperinflation. Okay, hyperinflation. Yeah. So hyperinflation. Okay. So this is the problem. Okay. Still, this is the cause and effect. Solution: price rises, comma, thus increasing earnings that can then be reinvested in the enterprise. Yeah, this is the solution, but this is a cause and effect too. Okay. All right. So please take note of this, everyone. So you use comma and then you use verb ing. Okay, this is the in clause that indicate the cause and effect. All right. Okay. Move on, please. And yeah, passive voice. Yeah, we now look at passive voice. So the passive voice often plays an important role in process description. We can see why this is in this example. Look at this brief note about how influenza vaccines are produced. Yeah, three sample. The virus strains most likely to cause disease. Virus strains. Yeah. Identify and three are selected for vaccine development. Okay, so look at the yeah, look at the passive voice here, everyone. Virus strain are identified and three are selected. Okay, yeah. So this is how you actually use the passive voice. Okay, to actually show that something is important, especially in the process, okay, in the process description. Okay, yeah, please look at here. Manufacturers inject the virus samples of each selected strain into separate batch of fertilized eggs to amplify the amount of virus. So each virus strain is grown. Yeah, is grown. This is the passive separately inside the eggs over the course of several days. After which it is harvested. Yeah, harvested. Yeah, inactivated and purified. Yeah. So this is the passive voice that you use in the process. Yeah. First what? First, it is harvested and then inactivated and purified. Yeah. So they use passive voice to actually talk about the process description. Okay, right. Wow. So look at here. Yeah. The three virus strains are then combined. Yeah, are then combined to create a vaccine blended with a carrier fluid and dispensed into vials. Yeah. So are then combined, are then blended, and then are then dispensed. Yeah, all passive. All passive. And this is the process. First combined, then blended, and then dispensed. Okay. Yeah. Please look at it. The process mean the steps that people do something. This is you call the process. Okay. So you get this one, the process, everyone? When you say the process of doing something, this is the steps of doing something, okay? Okay? All right. Yeah, we now talk about flow of ideas in a process description, okay? So unit one introduce the concept of flow, yeah, flow, causing mainly on old to new information flow sentence connectors, and some rewords. A good flow of ideas can also be achieved by combining or linking verb phrases. In the clouds and fog passage in task 4, page 109, 110. Well, you can look at this by yourself, okay, on page 109 to 110. There were no occasions where two or more passives are linked in the same sentence. Okay. Often, however, this may be desirable, as in our example of the flu vaccine. Okay. So here we actually use passive. Okay, to talk about the process description. Okay. Yeah. So when you talk about steps of doing something, you can use passive to talk about that because we focus on the process, and this is made into passive. Okay. Please look at this example. Each virus strain is grown separately inside the eggs over the course of several days, after which is harvested, inactivated, and purified. So look at the process. Look at the process. The process is here. Okay, is grown, and then harvested, inactivated, and purified. So this is the process. Okay, this is the process. So all the process here actually put into passive. Okay, into passive. Okay. Can you now look at here? Yeah. Okay. Some care needs to be taken when linking verbs in this way because this can sometimes lead to an unfortunate ambiguity. Ambiguity, it means it it's confusing. Sometimes it has two meanings. Okay, sometimes it has two meanings. How are these sentences ambiguous? It means it can have two meanings. Okay, what can you do about it? The liquid is collected and kept for 24 hours. Yeah, the liquid is collected and kept for 24 hours. So what do you mean here? Is it collected and kept at the same time for 24 hours or collected already and kept after that? Kept for 24 hours. Okay, so what do you mean here? And number two, the sample is collected and stored in a sterile container. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's the same. That's the same. Is it collected already and then store, or is it collected and store at the same time? Okay, yeah. Number three, in consumer research, yeah, individuals are selected and interviewed by telephone. Yeah. So the thing is that each person is actually selected and interviewed at the same time, or selected already and then interview later. Okay. Yeah. So this is you call ambiguous. Okay, ambiguous. Okay. So make sure that when you write, make sure that please try to avoid ambiguity. Okay. Yeah. Or your reader will get confused. Okay. All right. Now, please look at here. We look at a direct question. Yeah, direct question. In one important sense, this unit have focused on formulating questions. Yeah, problems, evaluating, and the answers to those questions. Evaluation. For example, if we look back at the text in task 14, we can see an example. Yeah. Researchers are now investigating whether this recovery time can be accelerated. Yeah. What is it? Is it a question? This is a question, but this is indirect question. You don't actually ask like you say. You don't actually say, "Can time be accelerated?" Yeah, you don't say that. You don't say, "Can recovery time be accelerated?" Yeah, this is so direct. You avoid using direct question because you want to be more polite. It's just like, for example, like you say, "How old are you?" This is so direct. Sometimes it's not so polite to use so direct question. So to avoid being a bit impolite, okay, you can say like, I don't know if you can tell me how old you are, okay, for example, yeah. So this is question, but this is indirect question, okay. All right. Okay, everyone, please look at here. Wow. You probably noticed that in both cases, the writer has opted to use an indirect question rather than a direct question. As you know, the indirect questions follow the standard word order, subject followed by the verb. They do not require the subject and the verb to be inverted, as in a direct question. Yeah, it means that everyone, it means that we do not need to use auxiliary verb to invert. For example, usually you say, "Can you tell me?" This is direct question. Okay, "Can you tell me the time, please?" Well, this is direct question. But for indirect question, I don't know if you can tell me the time. Okay, yeah, if you can, you don't put "can" before you. Okay, yeah. So indirect question also end to a period rather than a question mark. Here is an example. Yeah, look at the right question. What was the response rate? What was the response rate? Okay. But in the right question, the editor asked what the response rate was. So in the right question, you don't use a question mark. You use a full stop or a period, everyone. Period means full stop, okay? Yeah, no question mark. So this is the difference. In direct question, you use question mark, but if you convert it into indirect question, you just use a full stop, okay? All right. Well, let's continue, everyone. The main difficulty in using indirect question involves remembering that the subject of the verb should not be inverted. Yeah, should not be inverted. Yeah. Both research and experience suggest that not inverting is learned rel- relatively late. The use of question word may automatically trigger the inversion and lead to these incorrect forms. Yeah. Please look at here. It is unclear what will be the price of the oil next year. Yeah, one more. It is unclear what will the price of the oil be next year. Okay, yeah, yeah. So the correct form, of course, what would look like this. It is unclear what the price of the oil will be next year. Yeah, this is the correct one, everyone. It is unclear what the price of oil will be. Yeah, will be. Okay, be careful. This is the correct one. Okay, yeah. So the price. What is the question word? Yeah, what is the question word? The price subject, the price of oil subject will be. Okay, will verb. Okay, auxiliary verb. Okay, right. So be careful with this, with the order of the words that you use in indirect question. Okay, right. Well, we look at introducing the solution. Okay, introducing the solution. So we actually talk about the process. Okay, so the process means the steps of doing something, and then finally we look at the providing the solution. Okay, yeah. Looking back at the text we have examined, we see this solution introduced. Look at it. To address this problem in the village of Kango, scientists implemented an interesting solution. One approach currently under study involves transplanting healthy coral into a bleached reef. Yeah, yeah. So this is the solution. Okay, yeah. One approach currently under study involves transplanting healthy coral into a bleached reef. This is the solution. Okay, yeah. So here are some additional uh, skeletal sentences based on sentences we found in published article. Solution to this problem are now widely discussed. One remedy is to, yeah, this is the way that you write the solution, yeah. One method to address is this difficulty is to blah blah blah, yeah. There are two possible ways of handling this problem. The first, blah, blah, blah. The second, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So this is the solution, okay? How you actually begin to start to write solutions, okay? Several options are available to address this obstacle. However, the best one seems to be blah, blah, blah. A radically different design or model of blah 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 can overcome this limitation. Recently, researchers have made significant progress in overcoming this difficulty by blah blah blah. So this is the way that you write solutions, everyone. Okay, yeah. So please learn through this and try to actually write this. Uh, make more examples. Okay. This is just some examples. Okay, the verb Solve is fairly common choice for introducing a solution, but a number of other verbs can be used as well. Indeed, our own examples demonstrate variety of verb choice. We would like to further add that the examples are what we have referred to as skeletal phrases. In other words, these are phrases that you can adapt for your own writing. Take, taking care that you add your own original content. For instance, in a text on a fork harvesting, it is possible to write this sentence based on a skeletal phrase to introduce the solution. Recently, yeah, look at this example. Recently, researchers have made significant progress in overcoming this difficult by introducing a simple fork harvesting system. Yeah, so this is an example of giving solution. Okay, introducing solution. Okay, right. Let's continue, everyone. Well, that's all for today. We finished our lesson. Yeah. You have any question? You can ask me, or you can actually watch the recorded video, everyone, and then you can ask me in the group or send your message to me privately. Or any questions related to your assignment, you can actually discuss with me through the Telegram group or my private Telegram. Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. You are okay? Okay. You can actually look at the recorded video again because some point you might not like catch up. You can actually look at it again. Okay. 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 Thank you. So enjoy your recorded video and then discuss with me more. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. See you later. Thank you. Thank you.